Wait, why you guys talk about South Africa? What do you want me in South Africa? I don't know. I think there's just a lot of crime in South Africa. That might be why. You missed your EPIN seal is completely fine. The VOD is gonna be up on my channel for however long the max is, like 1 or 2 weeks, and I will also download it and upload it to YouTube if I can figure out how to do that properly without getting muted. And I am hoping to also get a highlights video made from the subathon this year, because last time I wanted to do that, but then we kind of lost the VOD for it. So you can always watch the highlight whenever I get that made. There's no hydrate to redeem, so you should do it for free. I will do Elmas. It's because the hydrate makes a sound. Cup's empty. Because the hydrate makes a sound whenever they redeem it, so I didn't want to be woken up by in the night. Let me turn them all on again for you. You guys can start playing. Oh, and whatever. Thank you for reminding me, Elmas. I need to go make breakfast. I need to pack away my bed. Would you guys want to watch something? Oh, I'm gone. Would you want another daily dose of internet? Do you want some I don't know, Minecraft? Cat breakdancing. Take a row cat driving cat. Yeah. There we go. They should all be turned on again. It goes just better. No, it isn't. I can easily go to South Africa, but Rose is too scared to fight me then. Yeah. How about you just pick somewhere in between you, like Portugal or Georgia, the state. Wait, now, because you're streaming, I shall gamble. You bring me luck magic, and I don't know. Salami, what kind of gambling are you doing? Is this Genshin again? I would love a highlight video. Me too. We'll find out. If anyone in the community wants to make the highlight video, I'd be very happy. I'll gladly recompensate you. If not, then I'll hire someone on Fiverr or something, or ask Kev. But it's going to be a lot for Kev to do, so probably not. A guide to tax evasion. Permission to time up Liam? No. No. Unless he starts harassing you, which he is borderline doing. Kidding. You reached follow goal? Yes, we reached a follower goal at 3 a.m. last night. So 20 more minutes were added because of that. Thank you, guys. Well, yeah, a guide to tax evasion. Let's see if there's a good one. Avoiding taxes is easy, actually. I would like to learn how to edit, because I don't know, it is a lot learn to edit. And also, as I've learned, you need to have a good computer. Which, even though I've got like a decent computer, my computer still struggles to edit sometimes. You can do it, SD. Don't mind sifting through 40 plus, was 47 plus hours now. Then it would be amazing. But there's no pressure at all. Only if any of you feel like it. I still need to make sure we also save the VOD no matter what, so we don't lose it this time. Who's playing Genshin? Lamias. My wife, aka Shaska, has a rerun banner, so I'm trying to get her coins. No idea what that means, but good luck. Going EP now. Good night, Rosie. Yeah. Liam is exhausting, I know. Oh my god, you're awake. Hi, Meta. Good morning. I edit on my phone. I think, yeah, Millers. Good morning, Millers. You edit like 10-second clips. This is a 47-hour long stream. There's the difference between the editing that we're talking about. You're no longer my son-in-law. Yeah, you've just been divorced by your mother-in-law, Liam. Have a good computer? It was a good computer 4 years ago. Me too, Nick. I've got a good computer. It was a good computer 5 years ago. It was a decent computer 5 years ago. Good morning, Magic. Good morning, Meta. I made it. I've done with like 180 hours of footage, so it should not be the hardest. The footage was done by me, but still, fair enough, SD. That's a lot. My goodness. Use your crappy school PC? Fair enough. Back when I was younger, back in my day, we didn't get school computers. Just be happy you got one. Because if it was 10 years ago, you wouldn't have gotten a school computer. Genshin is a very sick mess, skibidi game. Yes, Salami. Salami, I'm so happy you're here. It's been a while since I've had your banter in chat. Watch the song request. Okay, I'm watching the song request. What am I looking? 6-7 meme explained. Liam, we're not watching that. I'm not making people listen to your brain rot. Is Mike gonna play Genshin? Not right now. Maybe in the next week though, but not on stream. I do need to do something in the game. Good morning, gamer. Good morning, Luna. You had to drive for like 2.5 hours this morning from 6 a.m. That sounds so fun, Luna. Amazing. To work, I'm assuming. Telemagic. Yeah, guys better be nice to Rosie. She is the grandmother in chat. You don't bully your grandmother. Isg. 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 Wait. Yeah. There we go. Dog show. Okay. Dog show. Had to drive that, helps it up, then come home. Oh my god. Okay. Speedrun. Absolute. Oh, and also you're an hour behind. I was gonna say, if you drove for an hour and a half, 2.5 hours to get there from 6 a.m., 2.5 plus 2.5, that means you would have gotten home like -1 hour ago. But it does make more sense when you're England time. Back in your days, dinosaurs existed. Alright, Salami. Alright. Guys, can you watch this for me and then give us some tips afterwards? I'm gonna go make some breakfast and pack up the bed. Then I'll be back. 2 hour 2 hour 30 round trip. Sorry, I figured it was 2.5. That makes way more sense, Luna. That makes way more sense. Watch the Smiling Friends season 3 trailer that just dropped. The hell is Smiling Friends even? Back in like 5 to 10 minutes. I promise.
This is not going to be a crazy 5-hour long video that goes over every single tax law and how to escape taxes by transferring your corporation's intellectual property into an offshore British island subsidiary where you claim seagulls as dependents. Instead, all I want to do is show you how easy taxes really are for most people. And even if you're not old enough to have to pay taxes, it's still good to know because they don't teach it in school. Apparently, schools don't think teachers are qualified enough to teach taxes, which is a shame because when you get your first summer job as a lifeguard making $5,000 a year and you have to pay taxes for the first time, it's nice to get advice from someone who makes a similar income. Either way, for most people in the USA, doing taxes is actually really easy. Nowadays, there's plenty of free IRS approved websites like Free Tax USA where you can just put all your info in and it'll do all the calculations and submit all your taxes. So you really don't have to know any of the math. But it does help to understand what taxes are so that you know what you're doing. You owe income tax on money you make during the calendar year. So from January to December, something like 20% of all your income you have to pay to the government. And the payment is due by April of the next year. The actual percent you pay depends on how much you make and what state you live in. But again, there are websites that'll do all that math for you. During the year, if you just mowed lawns or tutored middle school kids for cash and only made a few $100s, you realistically aren't going to do taxes. But if you had a job or did something else that made a lot of money, legally, you have to pay taxes. This is how you do it. If you worked a job during the year, chances are, instead of giving you your full paycheck every payday, your employer took out a percentage of every paycheck and gave it straight to the government as tax. So they're basically taking your money and using it to pay your taxes for you. This means that if your job pays $50,000 a year, your employer will look at your income and your situation and estimate what rate you should be taxed at. Let's say they estimate that your tax rate is 10%. In that case, they'll withhold 10% of your salary, which is $5,000, and they'll give that to the government, which leaves you with only $45,000. This is actually pretty helpful, because now you don't have to worry about setting aside part of your salary to pay taxes. Your job just does it for you. So for most of the year, you don't actually have to worry about paying taxes. And once the year is over, you still don't have to worry. Remember, taxes aren't due until April the next year. In fact, to even do them, you have to wait until January, when you'll receive all your tax documents in the mail, sometimes through email. When you go through your mail, you'll usually know when it's important tax information, because on the front, it'll say important tax information. So usually, this will be a W-2 form from your job, or if you had multiple jobs, you'll get multiple W-2 forms, and sometimes other forms depending on your situation. But whatever forms you get, you still don't have to do anything with them yet. Just keep them safe and maybe scan them and store them on your computer just so you don't lose them. Then later, in March or April, when you're watching YouTube and you get an unskippable TurboTax ad, that probably means it's time to do your tax return. The goal of a tax return is to report all your income and then claim as many deductions and credits as possible. Deductions are expenses, like your medical expenses or your business expenses, that the government actually allows you to subtract from your total income. So even if your salary was $50,000, after deducting all of these expenses, your actual taxable income might only be $35,000. Otherwise, if you don't qualify for that many deductions, everyone gets to claim something called the standard deduction, which is around $13,850 for single people like you, and you can just subtract this number from your total income to get your taxable income. The catch is, if you claim the standard deduction, you can't claim the individual ones, and vice versa. But the website you use to file your taxes will always make sure to calculate everything and claim whichever deduction is bigger. Once you've claimed all your deductions, the website will calculate how much tax you should have paid and compare it with how much tax your employer withheld from your paycheck during the year. In other words, it's going to tell you if you overpaid your taxes last year or if you underpaid. If you overpaid, then when you submit your tax return, the government will realize that they owe you money, and they'll send you a refund. If you didn't pay enough, you'll have to send the government the rest of what you owe. And that's really it. As you can see, the hardest part about this is just knowing what deductions you can claim and what taxes apply to you. But as long as you just upload all your tax forms correctly and answer all the questions, the website does all the work for you. And anyone can do it for free or for very cheap. Accountants always want you to pay them money to do your taxes, but unless you got 10,000 forms in the mail, and you own 8 hedge funds, and you have crypto invested into the Somali pirate exchange, your taxes probably won't be that complicated, and you probably don't need an...
Look who's awake. Look who's awake. Good morning, Micah. Good morning. Rick, gonna do homework? Thank you, mate. I couldn't find it, Luna. I was trying to look. Oh, well, I just searched tax evasion. But he did one. The wood somewhere. Wood shop. There should be a wood shop somewhere. Hi. Good morning, Micah. Hi, Lemon. Oh my God, Lamb is back. As has been here the whole time, actually, everyone. Girl, I thought it was 4:50. I need my glasses. Good morning, Lemon. Good morning, Curly Curtis. Hello as well. Hi, Liam too. I woke up once, but Meg was sleeping. I was on 6 in the morning. Hi. Never mind. I got no homework for tomorrow. Okay, so you were looking for an excuse to leave, and then you couldn't find one. So now you're back again. I see how it is. Micah, very important question for your relationship. Do you prefer Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go? I'm not good at building, so I'm making a temporary shell at the Moss Cafe out of oak. Completely fair, Nick. Completely fair. Hi everyone. Shall we get some daily games ready? Let me see if I can find the Wordle for today. If you haven't done the Wordle yet, you should go do it now. If you don't want to do it now, and you don't want hints, come back in like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know, they're both good. Yeah, pick one, Micah. Pick one. Because Liam picks the wrong one. Um,